What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Austin Davis here. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be reacting to one of my most popular videos on my channel. It's actually the most popular. It's got like almost 60,000 views. And that's the most affordable and efficient pressure washing setup for beginners. This was my first truck skid build. Okay, a lot of you guys that are brand new to my channel, that haven't been with me for the last 2 years, y'all don't know because y'all see my trailer, y'all see my new truck skid, or my current truck skid, but y'all don't really know what I had before unless you kind of go back and watch over 100 videos. Don't expect a lot of you guys to do that, but I did have a home-built skid that I built by myself with my friend's dad, that got me through a whole year and a quarter. And it was just a blessing. That was right after I went through a whole year of just throwing a pressure washer and snots of hose into the back of the truck and just an absolute mess. So this was my first actual home-built skid in my second year. I made a video on this overview, and I kind of talked about how I built it, how much I spent, ways of being efficient, all that stuff. So I'm gonna be reacting to this video. I have not seen this video since I made it. It is one of my more popular videos. It's gotten a lot of comments and whatnot, and it's brought in a lot of people to my channel, so I'm greatly appreciative of that. But I'm gonna go back and rewatch it, see what I agree with, see what I don't agree with, and it'll be a good thing for you guys because y'all can go back and see what I was originally rocking with in my second year of my home-built skid, and it might give you guys some ideas of what you guys want to build, because you don't have to go out there and get the brand new stuff. If you can't afford it, you can always build your own, and at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. So let's get into this video and let's check it out. What's going on, you guys? Austin here with United Exterior Cleaning in Austin, Texas. I am actually in this parking lot right behind my apartment complex. But what I want to do for you guys, at a minimum, some of you guys don't have. Okay, so check out this skid, guys. This was something that I had built, actually an inspiration. I drew inspiration from Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements. A lot of you guys have seen him. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. He kind of built his whole skid just like this. I saw it on a video. I thought it was absolutely genius, and it's what I wanted. I looked up to him, and I was like, man, I'm going to build my same exact skid just like him. And this is kind of a mirror image of exactly what his first skid looked like. It's all wood, right shoulder, hose pressure wash reels, and I had my Gen 2 soft wash, my 4 gallon per minute on the left side. I'm going to stop talking. Let's keep on watching. $10,000-$12,000 to buy a big custom rig that comes right off the shop, and all you gotta do is slap it on your truck. And you certainly don't want to go into debt to do some bull crap like that, especially when you don't have the jobs lined up to back it up, right? Yeah, so guys, that's kind of my biggest thing is like so many guys get into the industry and they go into debt to, a lot of guys, so they don't have the money, they go into debt and they finance these huge rigs before they even figure out that they like pressure washing. That's the thing I can't wrap my head around. You don't even know if you like this. And they get into it. It's just like, man, that's why you see so many of these brand new skids, that are for sale. So, I know some guys like to do it, and they got the cash to do it. They can do that. That's kind of a different topic. That's kind of more like financial mindsets. Obviously, it's just good practice. It's something I wouldn't do. I would much rather have someone start like this, have them figure out exactly if they like pressure washing. If they do, make the business investment. If you got the jobs to back it up. If not, honestly, you're kind of gambling. I have to say, I can't lie to you guys. So this is something that you guys can build, take you a day and just bolt it on and get ready to go. I mean, this truck is capable of doing $10,000 a month. True. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start from the front. The foundation of what you need, right, to build a skid. This is a wooden skid platform that me and a friend built. Okay, and it's got a shelf that comes up and over. It sits right on the right-hand side. 2 hose reels, okay? So just starting on the wooden skid, I got 2 4x4s, or 3 4x4s, one on the right, we got one in the middle, and one on the left-hand side going all the way down the length, all the way to the back. And then all we got from there is the treated piece of 1/2-inch plywood from Home Depot. You slap that on top. It needs preferably to get it treated, right? Because you're gonna have water and bleach on this stuff. And God, seeing this skid has given me so many flashbacks, guys. I mean, this thing went through hell and back with me. Lord, I don't even know how many hours I've had on that pressure washer. The Gen 2 soft wash system was a freaking godsend. Thank God for that. And there's those tanks back there full of bleach, man. It's just It's a sight to see this. Like I said, it's been on my channel. I just haven't gone back, and sometimes I miss seeing my old skid. Man, I ended up giving it to a subscriber, but wow, seeing this is just crazy. Preferably go with the treated. Okay, and now it's just as simple as bolting down some 2-inch screws in there. Get it nice and sturdy, and same thing with here. As you can see, I got these nice little elbows that are going to connect this piece to the shelf. So for pressure washing, you're going to need a pressure washer, obviously. You need a pressure washer. I would recommend going with a 4 gallon a minute, an entry-level semi. Look at that. So I had my pressure washer bolted to some 2x4s, which for the 2x4s were bolted into the treated 1/2-inch deck. And then propping my pump up, because it was jiggling, I had it propped up by another 2x4. This is some ghetto stuff right here. Pro commercial 4 gallon a minute, just getting into the business. This is a Simpson Honda GX390 4200 PSI. It came with a AAA pump. After doing some research and doing a couple of jobs, I actually replaced the pump with a General Pump EZ 4040G. That's right. A lot of these 4 gallon per minute machines, if you're going with something that's not an expensive 4 gallon, for the most part, it'll have a AAA pump connected to these. If you're getting like an $800 4 gallon per minute, most likely it doesn't have a direct drive, general pump on it. And the difference between the AAA pumps that come on it versus like a common or a general pump is night and day. I cannot stress you enough. I made the $300 upgrade. All you got to do is buy the general pump. It comes in the mail. All you do is unbolt the old pump. You slide it out, grease the new pump, and put it back in. Night and day. Much quieter, much smoother stream. It goes farther. It just operates better. Everything about it. Night and day. Get yourself a new pump if you got a cheaper 4 gallon per minute. Direct drive pump, and that thing worked. Look embarrassed and just look funny. You need some hose reels. One, it's professional. You pull up to a job with hose reels on the side, you look good. And then 2, you don't want to, look embarrassed and, just look funny, untangling all this hose, right? You got to keep the image up. And these hoses, the amount of how efficient you can be with these hoses, just reeling them up. I mean, it would take me 30 to 40 minutes total. 20 minutes when I get there, 20 minutes on the after, just to reel up my hoses. And when it's 110 degrees here in Austin, Texas, you can imagine how, Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, before I had my hose reels, you can imagine, I'm sure a lot of you guys, some of you guys just getting started out, you might not have the luxury of having hose reels. But, dude, I had all my hoses thrown in the back of my dad's truck that I was leasing from him. And it was a freaking crazy operation. It would take me, probably 40 minutes combined setup and tear down time of disconnecting my hoses and, putting them all around my arm, getting them all kind of like wrapped up as neatly as I could and throwing them in the back of my truck. I mean, it was not good, guys. It sucked. And then, these hose reels, I mean, for $200 a pop at the time, I'm not sure how expensive they are, for these hose reels are now at least. But, oh man, it would just dramatically change how quick I was able to get in and get out of jobs. Make you look more professional. It's easily the greatest investment. One of the great investments you can make into your equipment is getting some hose reels. How exhausting it can be. So it's exhausting. Get you some hose reels. You're focusing on concrete surfaces. But when we're in Texas, as you can see, most of our structures are built with brick, stone. Even my apartments over there, they got hardy board and stone. So everywhere you look, everything's built with brick and stone. So what I'm trying to say is, a downstreaming was not going to work in the wash system. This is a Gen 2 soft wash system from the Power Wash store. Retails at about $17.50. I've already made this back in 2 jobs, guys. First off, if you want to get into roof cleaning, you need a soft wash system. Can't do roofs without a soft wash system. If you're up there pressure washing a roof, it's a no-no. You don't want to be doing that, guys. You get yourself in a lot of trouble. Man, it's so funny seeing me over a year and a half ago. But the Gen 2 soft wash system, guys, perfect little 12-volt unit. I love it because it's got 2 pumps built into it. Operates on switches. You can turn one off. If one ends up having issues, you just turn the other one on. It's different from a lot of these other pump setups that some of these companies sell, where it's just one single pump. And if one goes out and you don't have a spare, you're kind of screwed. So the Gen 2 is perfect. It was like $1,700 at the time. I don't know how much it is now. Probably $1,900. But yeah, it was just perfect. Comes on a hose reel, comes in its own little platform. All you got to do, but it's set up for batch mixing. Now you can set it up for a blend manifold system. You just got to go buy the blend manifold and do all the plumbing and whatnot. But man, that little unit was a beast. Made so much money on that little unit. A lot of damage doing that. The cool thing about this is it's got 2 pumps with switches built in, right? So if I'm on the job and one of these pumps goes out, all I got to do is turn that off and turn this one on, and I'm back in business.
Boom.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of the only, it's built a little shower head, which I'm going to be getting a shower head and bolting it to this little, my framework here. But as you can see, I have a valve system, right? So this is one of the coolest things that I don't even have on my trailer and truck right now, but I really want to get one installed somehow. Is on this one, I was setting it up with my friend's dad, and I was telling him, man, we're setting it. My friend's dad owns a landscaping company, really, old head, just loves to tinker with shit, right? And we're plumbing the garden hose from my my garden hose reel directly to my pressure washing pump. And he was saying, Austin, didn't you tell me that you're working with bleach and whatnot? What do you do if it gets in your eyes? And I'm like, well, I mean, I got a water bottle with me. I rinse out my eyes. He's like, dude, we should build you a shower. I'm like, what do you mean a shower? And he was like, no, dude, we're going to go to Home Depot. We're going to get you a little 2-way valve that screws onto the pump, like right here. And then you can turn the side that's going to your pressure washer on. But whenever you get bleach in your hair or whatever you want to rinse off, just turn off that valve and turn on this other auxiliary valve, which we have this green hose attached to on a little 4-foot little garden hose. And we have it going up and around the ladder rack, and it's tied right there. So whenever I want to take a shower, just flip up that valve, make sure the water's on, and I can literally take a shower. It was beautiful. One end goes straight to the pressure washer, as you can see right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is pressure washer, and this is the shower head. So say if I get done with the job and I got chemical all over me because of a roof I just cleaned, all I got to do is come over here, turn the pressure washer water off, turn the shower head water on, and water will start gushing out of here, and I can stand here and take a nice little shower and rinse off. And then, when it's time to go back, all I got to do is turn the water off and turn the water off with the spigot.
Perfect. Love it.
$100. Okay, that's the pressure washer. That's the soft wash. But all in all, I'm in it $3,700 with, not including the truck. I spent $4,000 on the truck, but a lot of you guys already have a truck. So just for equipment's sake, $3,700. Okay, that's the pressure washer. That's the soft wash system. That's all my tanks. That's the wood I needed for this. That's the 2 hose reels. That's the banjo valve. That's everything that you see that's on the back of this truck, $3,700.
Yeah, guys, obviously prices have changed in the last 2 years. Equipment prices going up, cost of, lumber, all that good stuff. But, I would be hard-pressed to, find out or to think that this is not too much terribly more expensive than $3,700. The wood, probably around the same cost. But, hose reels have gone up. The Gen 2 probably has gone up. And for sure, the 4-gallon per minute systems have gone up. But hey, I think you can still probably get in with this for probably $4,500 to $4,800, no biggie. And then installing it yourself is just a piece of cake.
Hey, $3,700 can easily be made back in no time. I mean, there was a time last July, where I did $6,000 in a week. So having a truck, the difference between going out and buying a $10,000 skid or versus building your own, and I think I might have used the word, piece of crap, whatever. Hey, look, you want to have the nice equipment. You want to be able to get there. But, guys, I'm trying to put you guys in this position where you can succeed in this, A $10,000 skid, like, who makes some of these skids out there?
Yeah, so that kind of goes back to what I said in the very beginning. It's just like, I'm very conscientious of just people, in my Facebook groups, people that can, step into these decisions without really too much of thinking about it. And, you want to have this nice equipment. It's a beautiful thing to have this nice equipment. But what's even more beautiful thing than having the nice equipment is going through the whole foundation of your humble beginnings. You're building your business, and when you finally get to the point where your business can justify yourself going out and spending 10, 20, 30 grand, right, on a piece of equipment, and that the equipment's paying for itself in the driveway, and it's not a liability sitting in the driveway. You don't wake up every single morning wondering how you're going to make those payments on that trailer, or paying it off, or recuperating the money on your upfront investment. That's an even more beautiful thing. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to encourage people, not just in pressure washing, just in business. Like, nothing hurts to start from ground zero, get your foundation, get your learning in, and really figure out if this is something you want to do, because pressure washing is a beautiful business. I've met some of the coolest people in the world through pressure washing. It's completely turned my life around. It's gotten me out of my 9-to-5 where I was working 70, 80 hours a week in a sales job, and it's giving me my freedom back. It's giving me my time back. I get to schedule my life around, go on vacation. I can still grow the business, and I can explore other avenues, and I can make a YouTube channel. It's been the best thing that's happened in my life in quite some time, guys, I must say. All right, that's gonna wrap up my reaction to this video. I didn't want to keep it too long. It is a 22-minute video. I didn't want to make the reaction that long. I just kind of wanted y'all to see a little bit of the bits and pieces of my old skid that I had built myself. I'll link the full video down in the description if you want to check it out. For all you new guys that haven't gone back and seen that old video, that's what my original skid looked like. That's kind of what I came from. I had my first setup, which wasn't even a setup. I was throwing a pressure washer. That same pressure washer you see in this skid is just on wheels in the back of my truck with all my hoses in there. No soft wash system. I actually had my Northern Tool soft wash system in there. And then I evolved from that to this skid that you saw in this video. Rocked with that for about a year, year and a half, almost 2 years. Then I got my truck skid, which if y'all have seen that in all my videos, the one that Mike built for me, the 8 gallon per minute. I've had that for about a year, and I just got my trailer. So I've come a long way in this business. I wanted y'all to kind of see where I've came from and see my reaction. But man, it's really, really good to see. Thank y'all so much for tuning back into this video. If you guys like what you see, definitely throw down a like and a comment. I want to know what y'all want to see next. If you like this channel and you want to see more content going further, definitely subscribe, and I'd love to see you on the other side. Peace out. We'll see you next time.